is an intriguing sensation.
Hi everybody, welcome to another one of my Brent Spiner craft videos. We'll be featuring more laminates. We do have some tags. I've done a few things on wood, and of course we have some bead embroidery. We'll also have some finished jewelry in this segment of my videos. I want everyone to enjoy. Here we have some tags. I did some painting, acrylic painting on some of the tags this time. Did a graduated kind of a wash on that with gold and red. That's a lure tag and has lure on the front and the back. Here's one with gorgeous Brent, and it has some gold painting on it. And it was a tag that said wonderful. I forgot what type of clothing it was, but I decided to leave the wonderful on there and just put some acrylic painting. There's one with young Brent here, looking up kind of at the stars with some painting and some micaneous oxide. And there's one of my drawings of an older Brent, and that's with some acrylic painting, metallic, silver and blue. I love the metallics. They're really, really nice. Here's a tag, which actually goes on my luggage, and I put an older picture of Brent on there. That's one of my favorite pictures of Brent. Here's just a little quickie magnet I made with a sticky magnet back that you can get just about anywhere, like at Kmart, and that's Brent from Fresh Hell. That's his kind of sad look in his own fresh hell, I guess. Here's a couple of small tags. Here's a little pin, and here's one with a couple of datas on it, and I've put a little layer of ultra suede on the back of that with the pin, and this one's the same, different color, ultra suede. The tags I made just with regular clothing tags, and I covered them with black gesso, and these scrapbooking parts are just, they come like this, and of course I coat them with black gesso and sometimes put other painting and stuff on top of them. All these tags and everything here are laminated with the diamond glaze. I've been using a brush, a foam brush, to put on thicker layers of the diamond glaze and letting it dry for a few days. In between, I go up and down and sideways, and sometimes if needed diagonally, so that when you look at it, when it's shiny, you can't quite tell where the brush strokes are. Just get a close-up of that. All these tags are very, very shiny because of the diamond glaze.
I don't know exactly what it's doing, but it's doing something.
Here's some more of the quick tags that I make out of recycled other cute little pins. And I've got Data there, and a younger Brent here, and of course Data, a really cute picture of him looking at that little music box there from one of the episodes. Here are some laminated ones where I put the laminate in a little bit thicker. This one, and of course a lot of these pins over here. These are the bottle cap pins. There's one that I actually take a ring like this and coat it with the black gesso, and then coat that with the micaneous oxide, and glue the pick, the treated pick, front and back. It's been treated with diamond glaze, to some recycled silver cardboard. And onto that, then I do glue the treated finding, and then before I put the pin on it, I put the diamond glaze in it and let it dry on a flat surface. That's the cat from Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. I love that movie. Here's a cute little bamboo tile. You can see one up here. And I didn't really treat that with anything. I put a little bit of, iridescent gold paint on it. And I did use a scrapbooking part on top of a treated pick. And then again with the diamond glaze in the middle. And that's going to be a focal point. Here's one of my favorite ones of Jim Parsons as Dr. Cooper on The Big Bang Theory. I thought I'd do something a little bit different with that. That's a little piece of wood. Here's another bottle cap, and there's one of my favorite sideways profile view of Brent. This one down here is a little space pick, and that has a treated embellishment around it with glitter. I put glitter on that one and then put the diamond glaze on the inside.
Startling. Quite extraordinary, in fact.
There's some more pins and some other things on wood. This, and this are made on wood. They're little wood pieces that I just get at Michael's. Of course, I embellish them with the black gesso, and some of them I put glitter on. This has got painting on it, and I think this one's plain. I actually left the black behind it because I thought it was quite striking. This and this are scrapbooking parts. They just come like this. Of course, I embellish them with paint, usually the black gesso. This one has glitter on it, and it has a beautiful picture of our Brent. This one has data and has a little bit of kind of scribbly painting on the background. And they're both backed with ultra suede, and I put a pin on there. These scrapbooking parts actually come with some sticky stuff on the back, and most of the time I find that's quite enough to hold the ultra suede on there. And here's a wood pin, of course a couple of Brents, and there's one of Artsung, and that's done on a little wood block. There's a scrapbooking part with Data's eyes, and here's a little black and white combo. I'm not sure. I want to put that in some kind of a necklace, maybe with some embroidery around it. Here's a little lore box. And of course, all of these things are covered with diamond glaze, putting on thicker coats of the glaze with a foam brush, and it seems to be working out really good. This is just one of these little paper boxes that you can get just about in any craft store, and I put the black gesso on it and then some glitter paint. I love the glitter and the sparkly things. And that, of course, is my drawing of lore that I put on there. So that's going to hold something special, maybe a little lore pin or something like that.
So far, it has proved to be most illuminating.
There's some other fun things that I've made. Here's kind of like a little steampunk focal point. I can probably put that on a pin or make it into a necklace of some sort. Here's a drawing of my drawing of a wolf, and I glued that to some of that silver-backed cardboard and coated it with a couple of coats of diamond glaze, very shiny. And here's just kind of a multimedia, kind of a goofy thing. I think I'm probably not even done with it. I'm probably going to put some wire or something on it, and that'll be a focal point. Here's some silly thing that I put together. It just says metal hearts. That was recycled from probably a bag of metal hearts that I got. And I thought it went quite good on there, and then glued some hearts and things on that. That's just a piece of wood that you get in a craft store, and I coated it with the black gesso. And I think there is micaneous oxide in the background there. You can't quite see it, but it's real shiny after you put the glossing on it. These two things are beaded embroidery. Here's something with a polymer clay face center, and it's got pearls and about 3 different sizes of beads and types of beads around it. And there's some little flat pearls and some colored pearls. It's probably going to be for a neck piece. I've got to make the bands for that, and then that'll be finished. And here's one of Data. This is something that I had a really older laminated picture of Data, and I wanted to do something special with it with embroidery. So I came up with this, and there's some little Swarovski crystals on there, which make it kind of sparkly. And this is all done on ultra suede. With, very tiny beads and beading needles and things like that. That's just to show you that I do work on things sometimes that aren't really specifically Brent crafts. So we have fun no matter what we're doing and how we're doing it. I love working on my crafts, and I hope in some ways that I inspire some of you to work on crafts at some point in time.
Computer, this is Lieutenant Commander Data.
Made this kicky little Brent Spiner necklace. It's made with plastic beads on some leather cording Just used some crimp beads and attached some findings to the back. Just knotted it once before and after the end of the letter beads, and of course that spells out Brent Spiner.
Law. Right.
Here I added one of the components just to a long chain. That was the one where I had modified it in Photoshop, and that's a real close-up of a more current Brent.
Please, honey, please. Say you forgive me. Say anything.
This, of course, is my two-sided focal point. It has my drawing of Sung and, of course, a photo of Sung on the back. Just added it to two different types of chain. It's quite a long necklace, and, of course, we have the findings and everything in the back.
Of all the crummy gin joints in all the towns and all the world, you had to walk into mine.
This is the necklace that I was wearing. It does have a data focal component right here with some dangles and a little heart and some crystals and things on that. There's a key and another dangle over here, and over here is an embellished component that I made with wood and a jump ring and just some leftover parts that I laminated to that wooden heart right there. Of course, all of you can use your own obsessions for your own crafting ideas. If anybody has any questions, you can always message me. I want to thank everybody for watching, and as always, take care.